We're almost here, Jasmine.
Alright!
Yeah, take a look at this.
Wow, is that a hole or something?
You got it. And it's not just any old hole.
Okay.
That is the site of an old wolf den.
Wolf den.
Yeah, so a pack of wolves used to live here once.
Ah.
And let me go ahead and take a photo of that, and I'll get out a picture of a wolf so you can see what they look like.
Sure.
So these are all my photographs, and here you can see a wolf, especially compared to a coyote, and we saw that earlier today. And so I took this photograph out in Yellowstone, where I began my guiding career, and it's quite a special photograph to me because this wolf in particular was one of the most famous wolves in the world. She could take down a bull elk by herself.
Wow.
Which, very risky business indeed, and I found over the months of working in Yellowstone, I'd see these wolves coming and going every day, and either another pack of wolves would come in and nearly kill them, or just the simple hunt itself was so dangerous. And well, I'd imagine myself as a wolf, and then I'd find those wolves in the morning for my clients a lot more easily. So I'd like to have you imagine yourself as a wolf.
Yeah.
This is your home right here. Every time you leave this house to go find food and make a living, you're risking death just to survive. First of all, we have to establish a territory.
Okay.
So back home in Taiwan, what would you do to separate one property from another?
We use brick walls to separate two buildings.
Okay, yeah, and I have a fence on my property, and so a wolf can't build something like that. So what they do is they take the edge of their property and they'll line it with pee. They'll pee all on the edge, and that's a pretty strong scent that will keep other wolves away.
Yeah.
And then after that, they have what's called a precaudal gland on the top of their tail, and that's a scent gland that they'll rub up against the trees to leave an even stronger scent.
Oh.
And it's not a property like what we might own. They're huge. They're 800 to 900 square kilometers. So let me show you what that actually looks like.
Okay.
So here's a map of Jasper, and this is what a wolf home range would be, 800 to 900. And here's Jasper right there. So you can see that from the edge of one home range for a wolf, it goes all the way from the town to Moline Lake there.
Wow, that's big.
That's huge.
Yeah.
And you know what? That territory, that edge, is like having a barbed wire fence. I mean, it might not seem like much to you and I leaving urine and scent markings along, but if another pack of wolves or their neighbors came across that property line, you could be in for quite a fight. And you know what? It's the second leading cause of wolf mortality in the wild is wolves killing other wolves. So what's the first, you might wonder?
Yeah, what?
Well, it's all in the hunt. It's the food. So here in Jasper, wolves hunt elk. That's their favorite food is elk, and they're pretty dangerous animals to fight for. So if you want to come with me back to the bus, I have a few props I'd like to show you, and just to illustrate a little bit more about how dangerous finding food truly is for wolves in the wild.
Sure, sure.
So Jasmine, when you're hungry and you don't have any food in the house, where do you go?
I'll go to 7-Eleven.
Oh yeah, nice. Well, for a wolf, it's not as easy as that. When a wolf wants to find food, this is what they're up against.
Wow, this is so cool.
So this is an antler shed from a bull elk, a wolf's favorite food, right? So when you're in 7-Eleven and you get that sandwich across the counter, can you imagine having this in your face and you might get killed and jabbed by a set of antlers? As a result, wolves only live to be about 3.5 to 4 years of age. Now let's say you take down this bull elk. Think it's time to relax? No way. This is food for the entire valley bottom, and grizzly bears would love to get their paws on something like this. So you have to eat fast for a wolf, and in just a few hours, a wolf could eat up to 20 pounds in one sitting.
20 pounds?
Yeah, so take a look, feel that. What do you think?
Holy cow.
You think you could eat that in one sitting?
No way.
Yeah. So in the natural world, wolves have it pretty tough, right? But here in Jasper, they have another major threat, and that's us humans. You saw in those huge territories they have to cover, they must travel quite a distance, and in fact, about 80 kilometers a day. And if you're a wolf, traveling in the valley bottoms would be easier, do you think, or up over top of mountains around here?
Maybe the valley?
Exactly, and that's where our highways, our railways, towns, pretty much all human activity resides as well.
Yeah.
You know, in the last 2 years, 24 wolves have been killed by our highways and railways just in Jasper alone.
20.
So as you can see, wolves' lives are not as easy as it may seem. from the daily risk of hunting and defending their territory to traveling and finding food and the dangers on our highways. Wolves' lives are extremely dangerous. So if you're a wolf living in that den out there, and every time you left that house, you're risking death just to survive.